Deanna. I'm 25 years old and I work as a paramedic. So the story that I'm told is 25 years ago, my mom had met Joan, who works and owns and operates Life Choices. And my mom was young, she was 22. My mom she only had her high school diploma. She didn't really have any technical training or college education or anything like that. So she was a struggling young mother. So she had found Joan, and Joan offered an immense amount of assistance as far as like formula, diapers, wipes, clothing, anything that she needed to get through the pregnancy, get through, my infancy stages. So my family had moved away out of state for a few years. So once we returned back to New Jersey, that's when I first met Joan. I was probably like 9 years old. I remember meeting her for the first time over at Life Choices. And I just know that anytime we would go through like our clothing or toys and stuff like that, we would kind of like upcycle them over to Life Choices to give them to another family. So I started at 16. I was a volunteer on the local rescue squad. They put me through the EMT program and I was certified at 17. From there, I ideally was going to go to nursing school up until COVID had hit. Once COVID had hit, I realized that my true passion was pre-hospital medicine. I know when I was on the rescue squad when I was younger, we would count calls for the volunteers, and you kind of made it like a competition of like who could, be around the most, help the most people. So I remember I received awards for a few years of like the most active responder before I had my EMT. I would say I've been doing this, it'll be 10 years in August. Definitely thousands of people I've interacted with. Life Choices really does provide the opportunity for success, and that's what I really do appreciate about the services that comes from Life Choices. It's not just, we want you to keep your baby, but we don't do anything about it. They actually provide you with anything that you could potentially need to be successful, and if that's the choice that you want to make, that you can make that choice.
So, my name is Jonas Stavropoulos, I'm 15, and I'm a Life Choices baby. Well, I found out that I was adopted when I was really young. It was brought up to me very, casually in a way. Like, they didn't want to make it seem like a big, kind of deep, hurtful thing. Just kind of like something that I could grow with. And, everyone kind of asked me, how do you feel about it? Do you ever, wish you could meet your real mom or anything? But I've always just kind of felt really comfortable just with the family that I have now, because it just feels right. I go to school at Lehigh Valley Charter for the Arts. It's just like an art school. I go and I major in singing, so most of my classes are just I have my core classes, and then I just kind of sing with my friends, and I met a lot of really cool people there. Well, when I was a little younger, I wanted to go be a Broadway star, and it was this big thing for me. But I feel like as I got older, I wanted to start going more for accounting and more with mathematical number things. So I'm probably gonna go to college for accounting or actuary science.
Oh.
But I still want to keep art in my life because it's always been a way for me to express my feelings and stuff. So I'm hoping to maybe just keep that as a nice hobby or something more on the side and not make it more of a career. It's great, and I have a lot of amazing friends and a very supportive family, and I think that adoption is a very beautiful choice.
Hi, my name is Marcelle. I live at St. Anne Center. I found out about this place through 211 and then they connected me to pregnancy aid because I was thinking about abortion and they said it was a pregnancy center. So I was like, okay. So I came here. Everybody was really nice. They interviewed me. I moved in the same day and then I went to go get an ultrasound. I saw my baby and I decided to keep my baby. Heard her heartbeat, and ever since then they've been really helpful. They gave me a crib, a changing table, they gave me clothes, wipes, diapers, covers for her crib. They gave me covers for my bed. They actually gave me a really big bed, the biggest bed I've ever slept in. I grew up in and out of the system. I was in the system since I was 6 years old. My grandmother passed away, and as soon as my grandmother passed away, I went into the system because my grandmother was about to adopt me, but she ended up having a stroke and passing away. And I found my mother that also lived in Somerset, and I was with her for about 10 years. It really wasn't how I thought it was going to be. She kicked me out of my house when I was 17, a week after my biological mother passed away. And ever since I was 17, I've been on my own. I moved in with my father at 18. That really wasn't, how I thought it would be. Came back to New Jersey. I was struggling, sleeping on the streets, sleeping in shelters. So my life's been really, really, really rough, on the streets, sleeping on the streets, sleeping on people's couches and cars. I slept in a car, I think it was in the middle of winter. It was like a blizzard, and it was really cold. That was when I believe I was 18, turning 19 at that time. Yeah, life's been hard, but I'm glad I'm here now because in a safe place. Good thing. Well, this is Ayana. Say hi to the people. And how could I put this? Basically, what I want for her in life is to have a better life than I did.
And you want her to be
healthy,
be happy, healthy, and good, right? So that she's always. That's the most important. Did you know that the most important job of a parent is to help raise a child that's going to go to heaven?